Welcome to organizing visual elements on dashboard. After watching this video, you will be able to create multiple worksheets containing different visualizations and combine multiple worksheets to create a visually appealing dashboards. In this demonstration, we're going to go ahead and use the Airbnb listings in New York City dataset. Now, once you log in under the Learn tab, sample data, scroll all the way down. I think it's halfway through until you get to public data, and there is a file called Airbnb listings in New York City. Go ahead and click on the Excel document to open that file or download that file. Then I'm going to scroll all the way back up, launch my web authoring tool. Then from the connect to data dialog, upload the file from my computer. And I'm going to pick my Airbnb open. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and update now to update or refresh my data set or my data pane. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on Sheet 1 to start extracting my data. So once my data is extracted now, let's go ahead and create some visuals so we can combine those visuals into a single dashboard at the end. For this visual, I'm going to drag the room type from the data pane into the column shelf. I'm also going to drag the property type to the rows shelf and then drag the price measure down to the table so we can produce a tabular summary of room prices for the various property type. I'm going to change this from sum measure into an average. I'm also going to drag the room type to the color as well, so that way we get a color for each, we get a different color for each room type. I'm going to change this title or the sheet or the visualization title into average price list for property listing. Click OK. And rename my sheet 1 to average price listing. Click OK. Then publish so we can save the work. Dashboards. To create a new visual, we simply create a new worksheet. And in this new worksheet, we will create a bar chart representing neighborhood records per room type. So let's go ahead and drag the neighborhood dimension onto the columns and then drag the number of records measure onto the rows. Then I want to go ahead and also drag the room type onto the color marks to distinguish the room category for the number of records as well. I'm going to rename my worksheet to neighborhood records per room type, then click OK. Let's display this for the entire view using the fit icon in here. You can also use caption using the show hide cards, show caption. That's going to show a caption down here. And you can also display labels on each bar by simply clicking on the label. So for example, if you hover over this one, you can tell that neighborhood Manhattan for the room type, entire home or an apartment has a number of records of 10,267. Publish to save your work. Let's create another chart on another new worksheet, and this will display the average price for various room types as a pie chart in this case. So I'm going to drag the room type onto the color marks. I'm going to drag and drop the average or the price onto the size and change it from sum to average and from automatic to pi. I'm also going to go ahead and apply a filtering option for users to display or to select a neighborhood and view the average price for various room types for the selected neighborhood. Select all, click OK, and then I'm going to make it fit the entire view. I will also apply labels, rename this to average price high. Click OK and publish. For the last worksheet, let's create a highlighted table to represent the average room review score rating in the neighborhood. For that, we're going to do this on this new worksheet. So I'm going to drag the neighborhood from the data to the columns. Then room type goes to the rows shelf. I'm also going to go ahead and drag the review scores rating onto the color as well as onto the label. Change it from sum to average on both. Make it fit to the entire view. Well, before we do this, let's actually pick a highlighted tables from the show me and then make it fit to the entire view. And then rename the title to room type average review score ratings for neighborhood. Just have a typo in here. Click OK. And I'm going to rename my sheet into average review score ratings. Click OK and make sure that you publish your work. Finally, we have a total of 4 visuals now, or 4 worksheets. Let's go ahead and combine all these worksheets or all these 4 visuals into a single dashboard. Down here at the bottom, you see an icon called the new dashboard. Click on it. That's going to take you to the news dashboard. As you see in here, we scroll down, all the 4 worksheets that we created previously, or the visuals that we created previously are listed under the sheets. You see, we have the average price listing is listed here. Neighborhood records is also listed here. Average price pie, as well as the average review score. You can either double click on each one of those sheets to drop it onto the dashboard, or you can just drag and drop. I would recommend using the drag and drop to give you more control over where you want those to be or located on the dashboard. So I'm going to drag the first one and drop it here. I want to put the neighborhood sheet right below it. I also want to put the third one here, as well as the fourth one goes here as well. You can change it from tiled to floating if you want. If you want to show a dashboard title, you can, and just rename it up here. You also have control over how you want to preview this dashboard on different devices. So if you click on device preview, you can default like your computer. It's a desktop, tablet, or phone. If you pick phone, it'll also give you more options on what type of phone you want to review this. On an iPhone, maybe a galaxy. It will change based on your selection from this pick list. You can always revert back to the default if you want to display your worksheets. Make sure to publish your work, and thank you very much for watching.